What's up? What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking E and T here again with another one. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the sub or the subscribe button, and also make sure that you hit the notifications too, so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Want to get this content out. I want to give a shout out to Willie D. Uh, Willie D has a YouTube channel and is a member of the iconic group, the Ghetto Boys. If you haven't subbed to Willie D, definitely go sub to Willie D's channel. Uh, Willie D is a pioneer, but he's also a conscious pioneer, more importantly, and just an overall our great brother. But I go sub to his channel. I was able to catch wind of this as Ghetto Boys, Scarface, the iconic and hip hop legend, gets a kidney transplant from his son. Okay, and now he's recovering right now, and you know Jay Prince was able to be at the hospital, and he was able to share this photo of Scarface and his son right after the procedure was finished, and basically it was a success. Scarface has been trying to have it done for a while, and as you know, when when the uh, when the boogeyman, you know what it is. I can't say the real name. When the boogeyman had first came, he was one of the first celebrities to actually catch it. And when he had caught it, he was not looking good at all. He was not looking good at all. It was at the point where it was that serious where it might have almost took him out. And he made this statement. He said, "Man, if some of y'all think that this is fake," he said, "go ahead and try to see if it's fake." And he had talked about the underlying issues that he had because I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he's a diabetic, but I'm not too sure about that. Don't quote me on that. I just know that he did have some health issues. Um, you know, Jay Prince took to Twitter. He said, "Congratulations, my brother, uh, to our brother Mob and his son for giving his father one of his kidneys. I celebrate with both of you for being an example of unending love. Chris, a lot of people talk about how much they love your dad, but you have separated yourself from the talkers by your actions. We salute both of you and wish you both a speedy recovery." Uh, he had got tested, and he tested positive for the boogeyman in 2020 in early March. And as I said before, this illness was so severe that he wound up with pneumonia in both of his lungs and had kidney failure, and even had 103-degree failure, and spent time uh, on dialysis. And then a month later, he had fear for his life, and he even told Willie D on live, "I've been to the point where I felt like I was going to die." He had said that, you know. Then he revealed that he had been on the kidney dialysis and was forced to adopt an entirely different lifestyle. Okay, he was saying that This was his lifeline. He said that he had to change his entire diet. He said he has to do dialysis 4 times a week, 3 hours a day. That's taking all of his blood out, cleaning it, and putting it back into his body. And before the boogeyman, I never had those kidney problems. That's what he said. We had to remember, man, that a lot of other rappers were seeking, were having kidney issues. One was a Freeway, who was able to Freeway from State Property, the older hip hop group. State Property used to be with Rockefeller. He had to have a transplant, and his transplant was successful. But then the legendary group, A Tribe Called Quest member MC Fife, dog, he died in 2016 from complications, dealing with diabetes. And he got his kidney donated by his wife. And that was in 2008, but it didn't last that long. And then there was MC Gift of Gab, and he had went uh, a double kidney transplant in February of 2020, but he ended up passing away on June the 18th. So not all of these transplants have been successful. Oh yeah, what's up with it, Big? Who I see you in the building? Yeah, not all of these transplants have been successful, but for the ones that are, you know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing from the Most High. This right here, man, it talks a lot about sacrifice. We often say that we love people, we'll do anything for them, or we're willing to take the biggest risk for the betterment for somebody's life. But some of these people, man, for some people, it's just talk. It's just talk. And Jay Prince was right when he said that. I know plenty of people, both in my family, and I know a few friends that have had problems with their kidneys, that have been on dialysis, struggling with diabetes. It's no joke, man. It's no joke at all. So, with everything that's going on right now in this society, and given the state of society that we're in, a lot of this stuff is going to be exposed. If you have any type of underlying issues, you know, uh, I'm not going to go through them. Just make sure that you're getting right. Don't, it's all, stay ready so you won't have to prepare and get ready, or you won't have to, so you won't have to be getting ready right when it's under pressure. No, you need to be doing that a long, long time. You should have been doing that a long, long time ago. You know. Now you're clear that you do have health issues. You're clear that you do have things going on with your body. You're clear that things ain't functioning right. Well, hey, now you got to do something about it. But more importantly, though, we also got to look at that. If if you speak those words, saying that, man, I'm willing, I'm willing to sacrifice and do anything for you, or you tell that woman, hey, I love you, I'll do anything for you. You got to think about what you're saying, because a lot of people are going to hold you to that. And if that person needs a kidney, if that person needs a lung, that person needs an organ or something like that, you know, That's a that's a huge sacrifice. But I think that what I'm going to dive into right now is the fact that his son did it. A lot of us, a lot sit up here and say that we'll do anything for our parents, we're willing to do anything for our kids, anything like that. There's some kids that won't do this for their parents, you know, because of whatever, for whatever reason. Some of them just want to live their life and live it, live it great without having to have any issues or whatnot. Some of them might have been angry at their parent because of a situation that took place in the past, and they'll be like, you know what? Forget that, man. I ain't giving them nothing. Let them suffer, or let her suffer. Some people really think like that, but you got to think what you're doing. You have to think what you're doing because if the shoe is on the other foot, you never know how you're gonna react. And then you laying in the hospital bed or you waiting for somebody to put their name on a list. That's a stressful situation. It's just like with C.T. Fletcher. He had to get a heart. He had to have a heart transplant. C.T. Fletcher is an ex-champion bodybuilder, power lifter, and he had to be on the donors list, and it was a stressful situation. A lot of people don't realize how stressful it is when you most. That's why like a lot of people say, just go ahead, just take me out, because they don't want to bear the agony of counting down their days. But that's what you're doing when you're not taking care of yourself. That's what you're doing when you're not taking care of yourself. You just marking your day. You just Xing off the calendar, and you might as well cut it short because it's not going to be that long if you're not taking care of yourself. And look, when it's time to go, it's time to go. When the Most High said it's time to go, it's time to go. But the thing about it is that try to do everything that you can as if you're not going nowhere. Try to fight it. He didn't give up, and he saw that his son, he was responsible. His father was responsible for him being here. He had a part in that. Yes, the mother gave him birth, but he had a part in that. So we got to understand that. We have to understand that. Am I willing to sacrifice? Absolutely. If somebody needed it, and the bigger thing is are you willing to do that for somebody that you had a disagreement with in your family? There's a lot of people that won't. Let's say I'm gonna close with this. Let's say you're at odds with somebody, and y'all were family. Y'all haven't spoken in years, and he pulls y'all all into the room, and he tells you, look, you know, I don't have that much longer here on this earth, and the only thing that's going to keep me here is I need this organ, and you've been at odds with that particular person for years. You're holding a grudge. He might have held a grudge, but he probably put his stuff to a side a long time ago, was trying to reach out to you, but you never wanted to talk to him. And then all of a sudden, he needs your help. Are you willing to sacrifice and do that? You got to ask yourself that question. It's a lot of that stuff that's going to happen to you, and you're going to be faced with, and you're going to have to make those type of decisions. And those decisions are going to have an impact on you for the rest of your life. And then, hell, if you don't do it, it might eat you up inside. It'll wear on you. It'll show. It'll show physically. It'll wear on you mentally. It'll wear you down. So like this video, uh, share it, subscribe. Also hit the notifications too, like I said in the beginning. But congratulations to Scarface on a speedy recovery, and as well as his son. And wish you a speedy recovery, man. And let's get back. Let's get back to living life, man. For God willing, many blessed more years. Polo Sports Talking ENT, man. I'm gonna get at y'all later.